And I messaged the host. I said my daughter left a tiny like mark on there, and I was like, I feel so bad. I said I'm gonna send you $25 for this. I know this is not being asked by you, but I'm doing this because I just want to make sure like this is taken care of. Okay guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this video. So your girl got so much to talk about, and I really don't want to make a long video because when I do make a long video, there seems to always be somebody that don't like my long videos. But it's okay. It's okay. So let me go ahead and talk about the story. So, of course, many of you know that I am now residing in Merida, Mexico. And it has now almost been a month. Actually, this will be a month because, well, tomorrow will be a month that we have been here in Merida. And when I say we, me and my 3 kids, okay, so me and my children has been here for 30 days. And so we decided to go ahead and book an Airbnb for 24 days. 24 days to Merida. And I just really wanted to give me at least 2 weeks to just relax, and then the other 2 weeks to actually go ahead and look for a place here. Well, at the beginning when we arrived to the Airbnb, you know, nothing seemed like it was out of, you know, how can I say it? It didn't seem like it was going to be crazy. The host greeted us like through the Airbnb, but they also reached out to me on WhatsApp, which I was like, okay, maybe that's something that they do here. So I just didn't really pay any mind about it. So anyway, we stayed in the Airbnb the first night. Everything seemed to go well. And basically that, I believe that first week, everything seemed to go well. Now, going on to the second week, the host had reached out to me, and the host was like, hey, do you need anybody to clean your place? And for me, I wasn't, because I was cleaning already. I was cleaning because my kids, well, my son particularly, he is nasty, meaning like, every time he eats, it's always something on the ground. It's always something on the ground. So I was always mopping and cleaning and mopping and cleaning, especially because we live in a place where there are bugs here. And I'm not that girl that loves bugs. I do not like bugs. So I was always like bleaching, Pine Sol, like whatever that was available there. And if it was something I needed to go ahead and purchase through Rappi or Uber, that's what I did. So he, you know, they messaged me through WhatsApp, and I was like, hey, we have this cleaning lady that can go ahead and clean your home while you're staying there. And I was like, okay, that'd be perfect. That would be perfect because I'm in cleaning nonstop, and I have not really been able to actually enjoy my time because every single time I see my kids just drop something or do something of that nature. So I went ahead and I was like, okay. He told me that she charged 350 pesos, and that he gave me a date. He was like, well, would you prefer her to come like on a Tuesday, or it was either the next day or it was like Friday. I was like, whoa, like I had something to do the next day. So I told him, okay, let's do Friday because that's when I was free. So he was like, okay, well, I will tell her when to come on Friday and we'll go from there. He also gave me an address to a cleaning place. Anyway, he gave me the address of the location where they actually go ahead and get their clothes washed and their linens and everything else. So I reached out to them, and they told me they actually could come. I think it was actually that day they told me they could pick it up. And I was like, oh, this fast? It was like, yes. So everything checked out that, you know, right during that whole situation. So let's go to Friday. So the lady come on Friday, and it was so weird because it was a pool person. The pool person usually come on a Wednesday, but I guess the pool person came on Friday too. So with her, so I was like, okay, they must know each other. She seemed pretty cool. She was, laughing at my kids, and just she was a very tiny lady. So I was just like, oh, she's so cute. And I left it like that. So you probably, it's like, when did this whole situation get bad for you? So it started getting bad closer to the end of our Airbnb time. Now, during that time, I already went apartment or house hunting with Meridamoves, which I will put that in my description for anybody that's looking for a home. She is amazing, especially her assistant David. They are so phenomenal, and I will use them again. However, this is not about my move, so let me get back to the storyline. So anyway, I went ahead and reached out to the cleaning lady, and I messaged her because she gave me her phone number, because she told me if there was anything that was needing to reach out to her. She also, if anybody followed my Instagram on Princess Show +3, she brought over food to my Airbnb. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, just so welcoming. I love this vibe. I just love the overall experience. So, and I also gave her money because she didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I gave it to her, and I'm thinking like everything is fine. Wrong. So anyway, so we're getting ready to leave because we finally find our place, which I'm currently in. And I reached out to her. I'm not gonna mention her name, but I reached out to her. Let's call her Toya. That doesn't even sound correct. But anyway, let's say I reached out to Toya, right? I reached out to Toya and I told Toya, hey, listen, I am leaving on the 24th, but I would like to make sure, like, I cleaned it, but I want to make sure that it's super, super clean. And I just want to make sure that it's an easy process for the host and everything else, because the reviews on my Airbnbs has always been phenomenal. I always left the home clean, but I was just like, I'm dealing with 3 kids right now, and it would be great if you can just come over. And mind you, this is money I'm paying out of my pocket. I'm paying this out of my pocket. She's not doing anything for free, and I do not expect her to do anything for free, right? So, she's like, well, let me see if I have any availability. So I told her, no rush. If you are unable to do it, I can see if I can find somebody else. I just wanted to go ahead and do this for a favor for the Airbnb host. So if they do have somebody coming in the same day, at least they don't need to worry about cleaning or nothing of that nature. Even though I pay a cleaning fee on Airbnb, Princess get back straight to the storyline. A couple of days go by and I get a message, not from Toya, but from the Airbnb host. And the Airbnb host is like, oh, hey, so Toya messaged me and told me that you want to clean the house. Now, in my mind, I'm like, why should it matter if I reached out to Toya? I didn't reach out to you to clean the house when it's my money. Like, I'm not understanding this whole situation. And now I'm thinking like, okay, y'all speaking between each other and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I let it go. I was like, Princess, maybe he just wanted to make sure everything was right. So I was like, yes, I did. I actually reached out to her. Now I got to explain it to you. I reached out to her because I wanted her to clean the place. I just wanted her to go over everything just to make sure like everything is spickly, clean, like everything is sparkling. And he was like, oh, okay, just making sure. So then she messaged me after him and she was like, okay, I can come and do it. So then I'm just like, okay, but I'm doing business with you. Why is he messaging me for? So my mom came back to the Airbnb so she can make sure that the Toya was actually let into the townhome and she was taken care of. So my mom went ahead, got Toya inside there, and everything seemed pretty cool. Now I forgot to even put in this part that I also reached out to the same cleaning company again, and I asked them to wash all the linens, all the pillowcases, everything. And I told them, now, once again, this is not being paid by the Airbnb host. I never expected for the Airbnb host to pay for any of this. I did this because I always want to leave somebody home the same way I got it, right? Or even better, because there was a few things that was not clean in the Airbnb, okay? But I didn't mention it. I just went ahead and cleaned it. So the people that they referred me to clean it, they came already early in the morning. They already took it. They told me they was gonna bring it back later that evening. So I left money for my mom to give it to them because I was not at the Airbnb. So while my mom is sitting there, a knock on the door happened. All right, and of course it was the cleaning people. They dropped off the cleaning stuff, the clean linens and pillowcases. Okay, guys, I'm trying to not make this story boring. Okay, I'm trying to get straight to the point. All right. So anyway, so my mom gets the clothes. She goes ahead and paid the people. Now, mind you, the cleaning lady is still there. So while my mom gets the linen, she goes and get the clothes and stuff. She goes ahead and she sits it down. Now the cleaning lady, she realized that it's because she's probably looking around the place and she's probably trying to see like what happened to all of the sheets and stuff because the beds are naked. So my mom like told her like, here's the bag. So the lady is going through the bag and the pillowcases are bleached now because they were gray and white, and it was like a quilted pillowcase. So and then the sheets was you know how like you can dry something but it's not fully dry, so it was still like it wasn't fully dry. So the cleaning lady, as my mom, called me because she was like, well, your daughter's gonna get charged for this, and you know, I need you to call her, basically in that way. So my mom calls me. Now mind you, I'm with my 4-year-old and I'm trying to get things together, and my mom, I don't understand why my mom contacted me, but she did contact me, which I was kind of irritated about because I was like, how is this my fault? Anyway, so she called me and she's like, the cleaning lady is like, look, the clothes, and the lady is like pointing like, you see this, like, and she's like, I gotta report it and stuff. So then I'm like, it's not my fault. I was like, y'all need to contact the cleaning people because this is who the host told me that cleaned their stuff. I did what they asked me to do. I actually did beyond that, right? So I just didn't really feel like it was my fault per se, and I was just like very, very confused. Like I was super confused. In the clothes that I gave a big bag to the cleaning people. I gave them towels, okay? Now, mind you, the first day that we was at this Airbnb, there was 2 big towels, okay? That was in this little basket that was under the sink. And then there was a face towel, which I did not use because I brought my own towels. Okay? And then my kids had this dingy towel that was like this big, okay? So my kids had this towel as well. Now they did not have a full-size towel. So the lady is like, where's all the 6 towels? Because there were 6 towels. So I'm like, there wasn't any 6 towels. Ma'am, there wasn't any 6 towels. There wasn't. I was like, I gave whatever that was here to the cleaning people. I was like, I'm not paying for something. There was a situation where one of the wine glasses broke, and I went to Liverpool and bought a new wine glass. She told me that she wasn't going to report it because She said, I'm not going to report it, but you should never buy it because it's too expensive. But I'm like, I'm a kind of person, if I break something, I'm going to pay for it. That is who I am. That's how I was raised. Like, you break, you buy. Like, that's how it is, right? Anyway, so during this day, this lady is cleaning and stuff, and she's like, she's just finding something, an issue. She's trying to find an issue. I don't know if she just didn't want to clean, and I really wasn't trying to make her clean. That is not the thing. Like, that was not the point. I just asked her if she could. Like, that's not the kind of person that I am. I'm not going to force somebody, but I was just like, I thought that we had like this good communications, because she told me like, hey, if you have any issues, like, feel free to reach out to me because I'm here for you. So I'm just like, oh my God, just my first time in Merida. Yes, absolutely. I'm going to reach out to you, and don't get me wrong, I feel bad actually asking for somebody to help me clean or something of that nature. But I was like, you know what? I'm trying to move. I'm trying to do this. The house is clean. It's nothing dirty, but I just want to make sure that it is spankling clean. Like, spankling clean, right? So anyway, let's get past this, okay? So I go ahead and I leave my keys. It was the following day's checkout. So by this time, I'm up there. I bring my keys back. I text the host, and on the video, I don't know if you go back to the video, I showed that there was like a itsy bitsy tiny little stain that was on this white vanilla chair, right? And if you have little kids, you'll know, especially my 4-year-old, she laid something on there. It was like a maybe piece of candy that was sitting on there, guys. So I guess my mom was trying to get it out, but it was like, you basically needed to go ahead and get somebody like to pull it out. It wasn't something that was gonna be impossible to pull out, but I just guess like you need like a steamer to get that out. So I went ahead and I sent the host $25. The host, I messaged the host like I told the host, I was like, hey, you know, there was a tiny, like when I tell you a tiny, it was like this big, like no lie. And I messaged the host, I said, my daughter left a tiny like mark on there, and I was like, I feel so bad. I said, I'm gonna send you $25 for this. I know this is not being asked by you, but I'm doing this because I just want to make sure like this is taken care of. And you know, he never responded back to me that day, never. Now the following day he reached out to me, and it was nighttime. It was about 7 o'clock, and this man reached out to me, and he was like, so we got to replace the whole chair because the whole house was dirty. When basically he was stating that the whole house was dirty when they came back to view the home, which, you guys, if you haven't watched the video of the Airbnb tour, I don't see nothing that was dirty inside the house, but he stated that the house was dirty, right? And the sheets was dirty. There was stains in the sheets. If you look in a video as well, there wasn't no stains on there. So I always protect myself because I take pictures of everything. I take pictures like click, 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 click. The refrigerator, click, 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 click. Okay. The only thing that was a problem was a little tiny stain over there. And for that, I did admit onto that. But other than that, I was just like, you're lying. I'm trying to refrain from cursing, but you're lying. Like, you're lying. And I was like, so how much will this be? Because I was like, okay, because I knew it was about money, right? And to me, it was just like, okay, so how much would it be? He was like, $30 US extra plus this and this and this. I'm like, no, I'm not paying for that. I'm not paying for that. I was like, wow, I'm not paying for it. I said, I left that house really, really good, and I paid a cleaning lady. So if you're saying, if that house, by the time that I checked out, you saying that house was dirty, that means the cleaning lady didn't clean the house. That means that the cleaning lady didn't do her job. Then that means that you need to fire the cleaning lady. So when I told him that, he was like, forget about it. It's okay. It's fine. Forget about it. So I'm like, you know what? He was like, oh, no. He also stated, well, I feel like you're catching that attitude now. I said, sir, I'm not catching the attitude. I'm just kind of confused. I was one confused that he was up there explaining this outside of Airbnb, because at least all of this information could be in Airbnb. He actually contacted me on my personal phone, like not through WhatsApp, like through my text message on my personal phone. So Airbnb, I reached out to Airbnb. I was like, okay, is this the protocol? Is this how, like, if there's an issue, don't they need to be aware? Like, everything I had an issue. For instance, he forgot to pay his internet bill. We woke up, mind you, both of me and all of my kids, we work from home, so the kids go to school. Internet was out. This man's talking about, oh, well, I forgot. You just got almost $1,600. What happened to that money? Like, it was just like a whole bunch of things that was going on that I didn't bring up. I really didn't bring up because I was just like, you know what, princess, you know, the people here are treating you good. And this doesn't take away my overall experience about Merida. It was just like those key things. It was just, I felt like it was just about money. I really, really do feel like it was money, because at the end of the day, all of my Airbnb reviews has always been positive. It has always been, oh, a princess is a great person to stay. She always keep it clean. I always clean it. I'm that kind of person that I will, it's not even asked to do, but I will take all your sheets and I will put it in the washing machine and wash it, and I will fold it up and put it on your bed. So I knew this man was lying. Like, this man was sitting here lying. Now, have Airbnb reached out to me? No, they have not reached back out to me. They made a claim about it. They opened a claim, but I have yet to hear nothing about this whole situation. This man went on to he left a review and was like, well, this was the dirtiest people. My place was trash. In a video, once again, like, do you see anything trash? Like, I just don't understand. It was the worst Airbnb that I stayed here in Merida. Would I recommend it? No. Would have I recommended if I didn't have like all this issue? Yes. It was a gated community. I live in a gated community. I don't have no reason to steal any blankets. I don't have any reason to lie about somebody. I also blocked the cleaning lady, because I had her phone number and she was the one that was telling me, when you move to your new place, I want to help you out in X, Y, and Z. But I blocked her too, because I'm just like, you know what, for you to not even be woman enough to come to me, to talk to me about something, like, it was just hugely out of it. It was something that I would never recommend. And for that, I'm still waiting for Airbnb to respond back to me. I actually sent them a message actually on the 25th. It is now the 30th, and I still have yet to hear anything from Airbnb about this issue. So that also gives me it really changed my perspective about Airbnb. And I don't think I will, I don't want to say I will never stay in an Airbnb, because there has been many a host that I dealt with and they have always been amazing. Like, this one is the one like blew me out of the water. And like I said, there's so much more into this whole situation that happened. But I can really tell you that this was the worst one, and I will never, ever stay at their home ever, or recommend anybody to stay at there. I know this video was kind of long. For anybody that don't want to listen to this long video, I do apologize, because you gotta actually know the whole story before you can like get straight to the point. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for actually just listening to my video. If you made it all the way here, you are a true supporter. Okay, I really appreciate it. Guys, thank you so much. I don't know why I keep on saying that, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Go ahead and like this video, and also share this video, because you can go ahead and share it so other people can know about my content and all my videos. But other than that, guys, I love you so much, and I will see you later. Bye.